Well, I've cut grass, hit the plantation, I've fed the dogs, I've done my exercise, and now it's time for a little Tide Deck. We had a really good Saturday when Alabama beat Auburn in their last regular season game of basketball at Coleman Coliseum. And now we get ready for the SEC Tournament. Oh, I've enjoyed watching this tournament through the years, and it started way back in the 70s. And I remember growing up, I was in high school, and a lot of times they held it at Rupp Arena in Kentucky. Before that, I guess they held it at Memorial Gym in Kentucky for maybe 1 or 2 years, but I'm not real sure. Rupp Arena is pretty old, so I think it hosted it some, and then it's moved all over Atlanta, Tampa, and it seems to have found a good home in Nashville. So anyway, that starts Wednesday. We got Kentucky playing LSU, number 12 Auburn versus number 13 Mississippi State, number 10 Texas versus Ole Miss, number 15, and then number 11 Oklahoma versus South Carolina to finish the night off. This afternoon, Caleb Holt, the former resident of Buckhorn, Alabama, up around Hazel Green and Meridianville and all up through there, he committed today to Arizona. He was such a high target for Nate Oates and the staff, but I don't think Alabama's got the money to compete like that. They tried last year with A.J. Zona, who eventually signed with BYU, and he's the leading scorer in the nation as a freshman. So Caleb Holt goes to Arizona, but Caleb Holt booked out on Alabama, the state of Alabama, a couple of years ago as a sophomore in high school. He went to Grayson up in Georgia and played for them, and then he went somewhere else, and he's finishing up this year out of state, I believe. I really haven't kept up with him that good, but I know he's a highly ranked 6'5" guard, forward type guy. I'm sure he's going to have a great career at Arizona, whether it be for 1 year, 2 years, probably one. But Arizona, Duke, UConn, Michigan, BYU, Florida, they've got things rolling right now in basketball, and they are going to be a formative group for years to come because they've got the money and they don't mind spending it on basketball. And Alabama does too. Alabama's about to wrap up the new $55 million practice facility on campus right next to Memorial Coliseum. And that's going to be a really good recruiting pitch for Nate Oates, and it's going to be a highly valued property. Then later this week, we may get some news on Trump's executive order on the meeting they had last Friday in Washington, D.C. about NIL and portaling and all that stuff, which they really didn't get much accomplished. But he took over and he'll do an executive order. Sorry about the barking. See you.